Hello YouTube, this is going to be an updated tutorial on how to make a railway crossing. This one is going to be completely analog based, so there won't be any computer-cracked computers in the main controller for the gates. So there will still be computers for the lights and the bells because, well, it's what's easiest for me, and I'll still put the pastebins down in the description for those two. But the actual controller itself is entirely redstone based, and you can use redstone controlled lights and bells if you want. You don't have to use the computer crouch ones on this one. So I've already set up a little crossing here, so we'll just go ahead and start. Now once again, I'm just going to be using I'm going to be using World Edit to make the hold because I'm in creative mode, but it'll still work just fine. So you're going to have your crossing here, and if it's a 5 wide one like this one, you're going to make it an 11 by 5 hole right by the center of the crossing. You'll see what I mean. Actually, it's 13 by 5, so you go 6 away from the center rail. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you go here, and then you start your hole there. And then you go 12 across if you're going this way, but in this case I'm not. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you'll make it 3 deep. So there's the hole. As you can see, it's a hole, and we'll just light it up. I have a dynamic lighting mod. That's what that is. Alright, so we'll make the gates in a second, but first let's make the controller, because that'll be a bit difficult, I guess you could say. It's not that difficult, but first we're going to make a layout. So any building block you have will work, and then you get a target. And so let's just get started. So we're going to start from here. You're going to go 1, 2, and then there. And then the center block, you make a target block. So there's 3 blocks like this and a target block there. Now you're gonna go, let's see, yes, 2 blocks to there, and then 3 blocks, and then 2 more blocks there. And this is where your sequence gear shift's gonna go. And then you're gonna add another target block somewhere around here. Right there. 2 target blocks right here and there, and then 2 blocks like that. And that's the basic layout of the controller using just the blocks. Now, we'll start with the redstone. First off, the activation sequence. Now this is going to take heavy use of immersive engineering. You can also use Project Red wires for this, like bundled cables, but I use immersive engineering because it's a bit easier for me to use, and I've noticed that with Project Red, sometimes it breaks. I'm not sure if that's still a problem, but it happened for me. So you're going to get 2 comparators, 2 repeaters, and a bit of redstone. So you put your 2 comparators here, and you put your repeaters here and here, and then you get your redstone. And this is the reason why we use a target block. You don't actually have to use a target block here. I guess it's just because that's what I used in the original design, and I've kind of stuck with it. Oh, and you're also going to put a powered latch here. And that's that. You put 2 bits of redstone there. And now you're going to take 3 redstone wire connectors. And we'll program all these later. And then 2 more here and here. And you can put this one down like this if you want. This one and this one can be redstone links as well. I'm just going to use redstone wire connectors because, actually no, we'll make these redstone links. Because these are what actually physically activates these. But everything else has to be a redstone, actually you don't need one here. Everything else has to be a redstone wire connector. So 2 redstone wire connectors and 2 redstone links or wire connectors. Alright, now we're going to continue on. You're gonna get 2 pulse repeaters, 1 here and 1 here. You get a redstone torch. and you place it here, and then you get a bit of redstone so to connect this up. This one stays at the minimum value. This one you're going to set to, I usually go 4 seconds with the bells I have, and then you get a redstone repeater. I'm sorry I don't have any like component amounts because I've never calculated it before. And then you get your sequence gear shift. Right there, and we'll program that later in a second. And then you get a comparator right there, and then 3 redstone in a line from this target block to this one, and you're also going to include a repeater here. You get another comparator, you get a bit more redstone, and that is all the wiring done actually, I believe. Oh, and a repeater here. And that's all the wiring done now. Now we'll place where all the redstone wire connectors are going to go. So there's going to be one here, 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 one here, and 3 here. And there you go. Oh, and let's see, one here. Yes, now I remember. Now you're going to get your engineer screwdriver, and we're going to configure everything. So this one stays at white input. This one goes to an output. I'm going to have to find a way to do this properly. I'll just place it here. You'll see what this is for. Excuse me. So this one goes white output. This one goes orange input. And now these two are specifically for computer controlled ones. You set this one orange output, and this one I do light blue input. This one goes white output, and then I believe magenta input. Yes, that's correct. This one yellow input. This one stays white input, and this one goes blue, light blue output. And we need to place the lights, obviously. So let's see, where can the lights go? Well, the gates are gonna go across here, obviously. So I just go 2 blocks out. So right there. Yeah, that'll do. All right, I'm gonna place them here and here, and set these to magenta output. And they'll just connect here. Add some stairs just to facilitate wires. And that's all the redstone, or that's all the wire connectors. Now we'll add the coils. Oh yeah, I forgot these two. This one right here goes magenta output, I believe. Yeah. Also, these are wrong. These should be light blue output. This one's magenta output. Sorry. So these ones are light blue output. Yes. And then this one's magenta output. Still. So now it's all correct. We'll wire everything up. So this one goes to here. Oh, this one's yellow output, by the way. This one goes here, and then you go across to there. And then there, over here, connecting this and this. Actually, it'll look neater if I go from here. There we go. And then connect this up. And I believe that should be everything. Now we're gonna add our computer right here. Alright. Give me a second as I get the pastebin. Alright, here we go. So you're going to put the pastebin under the bell one, if you're using a digital bell, that is. And then you're going to put it under startup.lua. I accidentally put it there wrong. Give me a second. There we go. And then you just do that. Of course, there's right now there's no modem, so let me put that in. This is gonna use wired modems and a network cable. Let me shift it. Start the computer, and there we go. Alright, there we go. Now that all that's done, we're gonna add a motor, obviously, because they're the gates. Now these are gonna use pretty much the exact same gates as before, except it's gonna be a bit different, so the speed's gonna be 2. Now usually I get this wrong, to be honest, so bear with me. I usually get the directions wrong, but you'll be able to get it right because I got it wrong. So you're just going to get a whole bunch of encased chain drives as well as a single gearbox. So and you're just going to run it into the wall. If I do this, no, that ain't going to work. I'm going to split the output, actually. That'll look better. Like this. Yeah, perfect. And we'll put the gearbox one here. That should work. Alright, so we're just going to go to generally where the output's going to be, which is over here in this case. It's going to be right next to the bell, so that's a good way to tell where it's going to be. So right there. And then over here as well. Hold on, I'm just now realizing this ain't right. you're going to put the these here. It's still the same output, but it's like that instead. And then I can shift this inward as well. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Sorry for the bit of a crappy tutorial. I'm still not used to making stuff like this. You should just see that my fire alarm tutorial. That became my second most popular video, ironically. So, you know. Alright, there we go. Now that everything's fixed, we're going to get the second one. And there we go. Now that both are here, we will go above ground and start work on the above ground bit. So 1, 2, 3. Alright, so you're going to go out to here where your gear shifts are, which in this case is 1 to the right of the edge of a 5Y path, and then 4 away from the track. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. And I'm still going to do the whole, I still use a adjustable gear shift because, sort of tradition at this point. And we're going to use smooth sandstone for this, but you can use any building block you want and its zero equivalent. This is going to be pretty much the exact same gate design, just slightly adjusted to be a bit better, I guess you could say. And then you get a, what is it called? A bearing, a mechanical bearing. And then it's going to be the exact same gate design as last time because I'm too lazy to innovate. Great excuse. Well, anyways, we're going to put these signs over here just for now because I learned my mistake from last time, and I'm not gonna place that sign down when I But like, I won't write the sign whilst I'm recording because I have my thing set. I have my binding key, like my key bind to stop the recording set as the / key, and that's one of the components of this sign. So, yeah. Now we're gonna store some fence and wrap it around like this. The light's gonna go here, so that's why it looks a bit wonky. Yeah, I think this is right. Anyways, we're going to continue building the gates, sandstone. I'm using smooth sandstone this time because I think it looks a little bit better after trying it out. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time you want to go the exact length of your path, I guess you could call it. Just like that. And then you get your glue. There you go. Now I'm going to take, oops, I got a little keybind set because I do this so often. Alright, so you're going to angle this 10 degrees, just like that. There we go. And we'll get the lights now. Well, first let's do the bells because it'll let me pull up the pastebin for the lights. Actually, I think this is how you do it. Yeah. And then I place it here. Yeah, that's correct. Alright, now we get the bells, which are going to go here. And we'll make a little hole as well for the, you know, the networking cable for that to go. We're going to get a modem box. This is pretty much just like last time. If you want to use wired bells, you can. Just hook it up to the magenta output on the line of redstone wire coils and stuff like that, redstone wire connectors. And then you get your speaker. Connect it up. There we go. What am I doing? Alright, we go down here, and we just get a bunch of networking cable to connect this all up. If you want, you can use a modem box to make this look a little bit nicer. It'll still connect. And then you go here. And there you go. And let me pull up the pastebin real quick. Should take a little bit quicker because I actually have my account pulled up this time. Alright, if you'll give me 2 seconds, I will get that. Okay, there we go. Clear it out. I can also just copy one of those, but alright, you get an advanced computer and an advanced monitor if you're doing like I am. Like that. And we'll copy the signs real quick while we're here. You get your advanced monitor. And then you put it in the pastebin in the description under lights. Under startup.lua. And then you just restart the computer. And because I have Creative Mode, I can just middle click the computer and transfer it over. Do the same thing, and then put the signs down. And that should be the entire crossing done. Let's see if I got the direction right first try, which I likely didn't. But all you have to do to activate it is get on the right side for one thing. Where you go to your power latch and you just trip it. Oh, I didn't hook up the bells, and I didn't get the direction right, but that's okay. All you have to do is flip which side the gear shift or the gearbox is on, and you're good. Or you can flip the direction of your power source. Oh, Christ. I very clearly messed up here. Well, that's fine. I've done this. This has happened before. You're just gonna turn it 160 degrees. If this happens to you, don't worry about it. It's happened to me. Do as I say, not as I do. Which very much applies to this. Alright, that should fix that issue. And I think I noticed something wrong with the lights as well. I might have screwed that up. Ah, I forgot to restart the computer to start the bells. Alright, so let's fix the things. So what you're supposed to do is add a redstone pulse, turn by angle, 80 degrees on both of these, which I somehow forgot to do. Which actually means that this is not in the right. So that's 20 degrees off, I think. So let's set it to 20. There we go. Now it's all fixed. And this problem should be fixed as well. Now we just flip the direction, or flip the side that the gearbox is on. And that should fix all of the issues. And I'm actually going to go for a vertical gearbox this time, just because it looks a little bit nicer. That's definitely not the direction I wanted. There we go. See, it recesses into the wall. Alright, that should have solved all of our issues, so let's see. Alright, everything's good. If you've noticed, I have adjusted the pitch of the bells from the previous incarnation. I think the lower tone sounds a little bit better. But you can customize it if you want. Alright, now we'll put in this thing. Actually, how do I have it set up on here? Ah, okay. I tend to cross-reference a lot. Alright, so you put it here. Okay. Now, I'm using redstone links, so I'll set those frequencies up in a second. But first we'll also add some nice lanterns, because this crossing, the way it's designed, I can actually put these in without it looking absolutely terrible. Okay, there we go. And you can see, alright, we'll set the redstone link frequencies. They can be any frequency you want. Just remember to set these as receiving. Now this one is the deactivating, and this one's the activating. So this one's activating, this one's deactivating. There we go. Alright. And you can set these to like a track switch, like a track observer. That's what they're called, or train observer. I actually have that set up on one of my crossings to make it on that line way over there. You see the station over there. Now you just get your. But if you have it just set up like this, then if you're using if you're automating these crossings, uh-oh. Hear me, but my sound has stopped. Okay, there we go. I'm not sure what happened there, but my sound appeared to have stopped for a second. I'm not sure if my mic cut off as well, but anyways, like I was saying, if you're automating this, I'd recommend something like the chicken chunks mod or any chunk loader mod, just to help facilitate, I put a chunk loader in the crossing and 2 chunk loaders each at the or 4 chunk loaders at the deactivating stops, or the deactivating observers and the activating observers. Well, anyways, here's the finished product. Okay, so that's the finished crossing. Now, I'll give you some advantages of this crossing over the computer-controlled one. There's a lot fewer. There's a lot more fail-safes in this one. For example, you can have if you unload the chunk while the crossing is activated, it won't. It won't. Well, what's the word I'm looking for? It won't reactivate like the computer one would do. It would stay activated. And that's it has the exact same fail-safes as the computer one, where like if you try and deactivate it while it's going down, or activating it while it's going back up, it won't trip. And there's some other advantages that I can't remember, but I'd recommend building this over the computer-controlled crossing. Hence the updated tutorial, I guess. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for all the flaws, but otherwise, have a good day.